Hi everyone, I'm Ryan, I'm back in the garage. So I planned to get back onto the Scrambler last weekend and I caught the man flu. So yeah, that knocked me sideways and meant I did nothing, quite honestly. Anyway, today I have some time. The weather is awful. It is freezing cold, pouring with rain. Definitely not a good day to be working outside. I've got a few things I need to sort out. Firstly, the garage is a complete tip. I've got boxes and stuff out everywhere just because during the week I needed to do a few things. I've picked up a new car, which is just needing a few jobs completing on it, but it's wet today. Today is not the day to be outside. So first things first, let's have a quick tidy up of all this, get everything put away that doesn't need to be out. Then we'll get back on the bike and we'll plan what the next course of action is, because I have connected a battery up to test the electrics and everything seems to work. Shh. But the battery's not mounted and the mounting plate's not fixed. So there's still some stuff to finish off there. Let's tidy up and get on with it. Okay, made a new battery connector. So that's the right length. That will fit down nicely through there and bolt onto the frame in this position down here and end up there. So that's all good. Let's put that in, bolt the battery up, give that another test, and if that's good then I'm going to strip all the electrics out and then work on fixing this sheet to the frame somehow. A little more progress. Batteries connected in, earth leads all on, and it now runs, or at least turns over. So that's now turning the engine over nicely, which it wasn't doing a minute ago because when I tried it before it was on the jump cables. So that's good. Now what I need to do is strip all of this out, get that panel off, move the fixings for the voltage regulator because it's just loosely under here at the moment, so I need to sort that permanently, and then try and fix that board to that frame somehow. All right, that's all the wiring loom tucked out the way, and there's the board. So that is relatively heavy. I need to get these last components off of it, mount that voltage regulator properly, and then clean the whole thing up, remove the little surface rust that's built up, and then attach it permanently into the frame. Right, get everything off, sort the voltage out first. Well, that's just taken me a lot longer than it should have done. So that's now out and modified, so I've moved all the bolts around so they're on the right side, and that took me too long, just all fingers and thumbs, and I, just removing previously welded on nuts, drilling new holes, welding on nuts, getting it all working, getting everything lined up. It's taken me far too long. In fact, it's already gone dark and I don't feel I've achieved anything. So next thing, let's get all this surface rust off of this and then get it all primed up and ready for welding. There you go, looking a bit better now. So surface rust removed. Now let's give it a treat with some weld through primer, and then we'll try and find a way to attach it to that frame, because it fits in quite well, but yeah, still think that's going to be a bit of a challenge for me. But let's get this prepared first. Let's get it in primer tonight, and we'll have a tackle of that tomorrow. Right, it's in position. That's where I want it, so that the back of this tray section here follows the line of the frame, so that it creates a little recessed tray, and everything bolts on. So we got everything bolts on there, and there. The battery fits in this section here, and when it's all in place from the side, none of it is visible. It's all in line with the frame, so it's going to create a nice clean space. Right, that's just held on with a few clamps at the moment. let's clean away a bit more paint and then see if we can get it tacked on to the frame. And hopefully it'll stay put. But we'll see. Good morning. It's a Sunday morning. It's actually not raining, which is surprising, but the ground is still wet. So there's a job I need to do on my car, but I want to wait for the ground to dry up. So before I get out there at all, I'm just going to try and weld that frame or that tray into that frame. So it's all in position. I'm trying to get this lip here to actually line up with the frame there. And then I can weld it all down the undersides under here and a little bit at the front. So hopefully, with a bit at the front as well, that will all be nice and secure. Anyone who's watched me before knows I can't weld. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. And Let's got a gasless MIG welder. This is not going to be pretty, but let's see if I can get functional. That's as much as I can hope for. But let's give it a go, see how far I get. Well, this is certainly not pretty, and it's only tacked in, but that is solid. That is not going anywhere now. And so I've largely done across the back here. Needs cleaning up, and obviously it's got all the rubbish on it, but it's largely across the back. It's tacked at the front, and it's tacked underneath on both sides. So when I strip this down to paint the frame and do everything, I'll turn this upside down and I'll weld across those edges again and secure it fully. But that is there, look, you can't see it. And that will take all the electronics, and the battery will fit in there like that. Cool. Right, okay. So I know all the other electrics will fit in there. I've had that in before. So I think it's a question of now trying to just get this battery strapped down, refit all the electrics and give it another test. She's getting there. So that's going to be concealed in that space there. Okay. Right. Let's work on how to get this strapped down. Okay, so I need to get this battery strap in here. I bought these straps a little while ago, and that looks like if I can get a hook at the back here, down there somewhere, and another one down there, that should stretch over and hold that battery quite nicely. And I've got this, which as you can see fits through. Don't cough. So I think little hook down there, little hook down there, and that'll be the battery strap down. Right, let's get that done. Right, so I've created a couple of little metal hooks. So get these coated up with weld through primer, and then I'm going to basically spot weld them onto the plate. Hey, I've done a thing, look. So a couple of brackets, plug welded on, not spot, I think I said spot before, but plug welded on, they're nice and solid. Rubber strip, which hooks onto the back, like that. The battery fits in there, like so. And then hopefully one-handed, if I can do it. Come on. Try again. Oh, come on. There we go. One battery secured down. Hey, that looks good to me. Now that terminal is very close to the frame. Don't care, it's the negative. It's going to be connected directly to an earth anyway. So I am happy with that. I'm now going to start reinstating all the other electrics and see how it actually looks now. Right, next stage. Refeed all this back into place. Right, so the refit is going okay. Battery in, negative terminal on, fuse box back in, flasher unit in, holder for the starter relays back in, and underneath we've got a voltage regulator rectifier bolted underneath, ready for connection up as well. So that's all the components back in place and they're all nicely and secure. So now let's start running cables. So here I am feeding the cables up through this gap here, and I've slightly got it wrong. I can't quite get all the cables through that hole there. So I've got most of them through, but now I'm really struggling. So what I think I'm going to have to do is I'm going to take the cables back out and just clearance that plate out a little bit more to give me a bit more space, because otherwise I'm going to really struggle and I'm in danger of damaging the cables. So not a big issue, but let's just remove the cables back out again, enlarge the hole and try again. Right, I am done for today. So look, she's back together. We got working electrics, we got all working lights, front and rear, got working brake lights, got indicators, and starter button working, and all of that is done, and I'm relatively happy. Everything is in there. Now I've still got these connectors here that I still want to do something with. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those yet. Maybe move them, maybe just disguise them in a black tape or something. But ignoring those, everything else is all under there. We got battery, we got fuse box, we got flasher unit, we've got starter relay, we got all the connectors. That's for the horn, so I just wanted to connect that up. But everything else is in that little space, which by the time I've put some cover over here will be completely obscured. And if you remember, originally it was on a big plate that was all here. That has taken me a long time, largely because I don't know what I'm doing. I've never done it before, but that's definitely going in the right direction for me. I am happy with that for today. So with that, I am going to stick the seat back on, call it a day, and we take one more little shot like that. There we go. Right, thank you very much everyone. Thanks for your continued support. That's me done for this weekend. Really do appreciate it. If you could click that like and subscribe, really that helps me at least, or it helps YouTube. Other than that, just stay safe. See you next week.